Well, yeah, that's why I twerk. Yeah. Hey, welcome back, Rankers. I wanted to show you a few things today. Have a look at this. What do you think that is? I know what you're thinking. Batman in profile. Not the case. No, it's just a weird spike in our traffic graph from search queries, which I don't think is real, and that's why I think sometimes Google Webmaster Tools gets it wrong. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is that Matt Cutts, the head of spam at Google, came out with a video in the last 24 hours, about 10 hours ago in fact, talking about description meta tags. Now, back in the day, the description meta tag was one that I always used to optimize. I always used to put a keyword early in it, and I guess when I am optimizing a page using a description meta tag, I'll probably still do that just out of habit and superstition, if nothing else. Since that time, though, a lot of people, including Matt Cutts at Google, have said, the description meta tag has nothing to do with the ranking of a page. However, in this week's video, or today's video, which is entitled, I'll find the name of it for you as soon as I bring it up, which is entitled something about description meta tags. Anyway, it's on Google Webmaster Help. So, and I've just closed the window, sorry. But anyway, I'll put it in the show description or in the blog post. Basically what he said is that questions come in about how you should use the description meta tag, and should you have a unique description meta tag for every page of your site. He said something quite interesting. He has said that it's hard to do a unique description meta tag for every page of your site, which I agree. And he's also said that in his blog that he writes in, he never does a unique description meta tag, nor do I. But he did say that it's probably a good idea if you have a good unique meta description tag for important areas of your site. Otherwise, you can probably just leave it blank and then Google will fill in the gaps. So for instance, if I go and search for something I wrote last week, say, what was it, new SEO, so this is the video that was actually on Smart Company. Now, Smart Company is a great news site. You should go and have a look at it, subscribe to it. I get all my tech news from Smart Company. It's fantastic. And you can see that they're using authorship now on the site. So new SEO, that comes up. And my site will come up a lot lower, which is down there. It doesn't show the Google authorship there, which is interesting. But the reason I'm showing you this is that this information here is actually not a description meta tag. It is actually just a snippet off the page that Google has taken. Now, what Matt Cutts has said in this video is that if you're not going to have a unique description meta tag, leave it empty. Don't have duplicates. So to me, I'm taking that as a signal as, I mean, obviously you shouldn't have duplicates, right? That's something we always try to get rid of. But today, this video sounds a little bit more, not sinister, but if you are having duplicate meta descriptions on a lot of your pages, which we see a lot of, especially in e-commerce sites, then that could be affecting your rankings, and it could be keeping certain pages from ranking. Like, for instance, if you put a description meta tag in here that is the same on every page of the site, well, Google has to do more to know whether to show that description meta tag or not. And why make Google go through that process? Why not just leave it empty, that description meta tag, and let Google decide? So, for instance, I'll show you an instance. So if you go into your Google Webmaster Tools, you go into Search Appearance, you go into HTML improvements, and then you go down into duplicate meta descriptions. You can see it there, long or short. And I think the same would, what Matt Cutts is saying would apply to short meta descriptions as well, possibly long ones. But I think by and large, you should use a meta description where you can, where you think it's appropriate. I don't bother in my blog posts because it's not important to me, but certainly with landing pages, I will make sure I have a duplicate meta description in there because I want to tailor that message that is shown in the search results. And from what Matt Cutts is saying today, let's just see if he ranks for that video yet. Matt Cutts, meta description video. If he doesn't rank, I must have sent him a few tips. No, that's a really old one, 2009. So he doesn't rank for it yet. But if you go to Google Webmaster Help, which is the YouTube channel, just bring that up, you will see his video, and I suggest you watch it and make sure you don't have lots of duplicate meta descriptions, because we see it a lot. And it's really easy to fix, but quite often if you've got a large shopping cart, if you've got lots of products, those sorts of things, you may have a lot of duplicate meta descriptions as well. And that's, I guess, the most common place where we see it, where, you know, for whatever reason, it's just given the same meta description. Google Webmaster Help, I think that's it. Come on, Google, hurry up. YouTube. There we go. So this is the page. This is the video here. Is it necessary for every page to have a meta description? Go and have a watch of that. See what you think. But so I'm not saying that adding your keywords to your meta description is necessarily going to help that page rank. But what I am saying, I believe that having lots of duplicate meta descriptions is certainly going to keep those pages with the duplicate meta descriptions from ranking, if that makes sense. Hopefully that's helpful. We'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.